gentlemen, we are coming at you from 633 Brewing in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. Tonight, Mr. Grimm defends the Voltage Grand Championship against Isaiah Frazier. But first, a word from our sponsors. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by 633 Brewing in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania, veteran-owned and operated. And by Chad Beatles' Make Me Laugh Comedy Tour. See them live September 16th at Breakaway 2 Warehouse in Hagerstown, Maryland.
In the heart of downtown Hagerstown, experience what makes this heart beat. Be inspired by plays, music, comedy, and so much more in the intimate and grand Act Black Box Studio. Let your child explore their creativity with their classes and junior productions. Unite the community with us through the magic of the arts. Inspire, explore, unite. Authentic community theater. Visit us at www.actforall.org.
Trade show displays, step and repeat backdrops, pull-up banner stands, table throws, all your large printing needs. Call Display J at 301-378-9363. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
DisplayJ.com.
Meet WWE legend Tony Atlas and Ring of Honor star Rhett Titus Friday, September 8th in Martinsburg, West Virginia at Bad Habits Bar and Grill. Plus, 6 exciting matchups, including a tables match. Tickets start at $20. Kids seats 7 and under are free of charge. Get your tickets at www.voltagewrestling.com.
Tag team action coming up with the Sigmas in training. Austin Kingsley the Fifth and Trace. Aligned with Steven Fuerte, the Sigma male. They are going up against an established team here in Voltage. Pure Ignorance, though this is a different configuration of the team than we have seen in the past. Prince Machiavelli out due to injury, and so now represented by the Shooter, Noah Idol, and the Don, Chaz Evans, who is making his in-ring debut here in Voltage Wrestling, going up against those Sigmas in training. Pure Ignorance represents Duffin season. I trust you. 25-8. And now the Sigmas immediately taking it to Pure Ignorance. Pure Ignorance are looking for another shot at tag team gold. Will this iteration of the trio be what is needed to take out Dog Nation in the future? They are starting from the bottom once again. This is the Shooter, Noah Idol in right now. These are the proteges of Steven Fuerte. The Sigma male, and don't you forget about it, is the Shooter with that combination offense. Making a tag into the Don, Chaz Evans, forcing Those arm drags on Austin Kingsley the fifth. Two incredibly dynamic athletes representing Pure Ignorance in the Shooter and the Don. Only a 1 count on Austin Kingsley the fifth. We have seen before at the side of Stephen Fuerte. Kingsley the fifth, now the victim of great double team by Pure Ignorance. And this tandem offense is how this team has become such a dominant force all across the East Coast, especially in the DMV. They were victims of a low blow and a distraction in their quest to become the tag team champions against Dog Nation. A rivalry we have seen play out over the last several months, and now Austin Kingsley the fifth, a man who told me he literally came today from spending some time on his private boat in the Annapolis Harbor, so certainly we all hate him for his privileges that we are unable to have ourselves, or is that just me? Overpowering and outweighing Noah Idol, who has been the consistent factor in all of the permutations of Pure Ignorance we have seen so far here in Voltage, trying to force Idol into the corner and make the tag to his tag team partner. And Trace coming in. Punches to the head. Trace, of course, being correct. He does have until 5, and Kingsley the fifth now being ably abetted by his shirt to choke out the Shooter. What an incredible debut it would be right now for these Sigmas in training, and a 2 count only as they try and become full-on Sigma males. Right now, of course, it is only Stephen Fuerte who currently is able to hold that honorific. And one wonders if his ego will ever let him allow his trainees to truly blossom. But for now, they have a moment, an opportunity to make a tremendous impact here in the tag team division, and they are showing that they are willing to do whatever it takes, bending the rules, breaking them when necessary. 2 teams starting from the ground up. Of course, Pure Ignorance, a legacy name here in Voltage, but this is a different tandem. But all 3 versions of Pure Ignorance have been successful across the region. I'm personally very familiar with Chaz Evans, sort of the mouthpiece of the team, as Kingsley the fifth, an absolute menace on the golf course, or so he says. He always seems to be coming from somewhere, does Kingsley the fifth, a very busy man. A lot of tea times, a lot of parties. One wonders when he has the time to train, but surely he does. He's looking very dangerous here in this match. Noah Idol sneaks underneath. And the Don, Chaz Evans, is going apoplectic on the outside. Ready to go full natural bohemian all over the competition. And the Don is in action. Moving with great speed. Suckering Austin Kingsley the fifth in, hitting him with that spinning neck breaker. making the most of his minutes and this opportunity. Pure Ignorance wants to climb as quickly as possible back into title contention. They have not forgotten what Dog Nation have done to them. They feel robbed of those tag titles due to the low blow that has been the signature method of victory for Dog Nation in all of their title defenses. The assist from Noah Idol, the cutter by Chaz Evans, center of the ring, and Pure Ignorance has notched a win. Wait! Dog Nation is in the ring, and they are attacking the men who have very clearly set themselves up as heir apparents to the #1 contendership. What hypocrisy from Dog Nation, who have said multiple times that they want great tag team competition, now shoving the Sigmas in training out of their ring. Dog Nation claim they want the best competition, and here they are interfering, attacking. Big Bossman Slam, setting up that signature swanton. Oh, wow! 3/4 of the way across the ring. You can take nothing away from Dog Nation in terms of their talent. But when they say they want competition and then take out a top tag team after a win, sort of makes them seem like hypocrites. Sort of makes it seem like maybe they don't really want to face the best. Maybe they just want to claim to face the best, and instead, they want to take it easy. The first tag team champions in Voltage history looking to try and make it a never-ending reign here in Voltage. And these two men do not look like they are finished. And thankfully, Pure Ignorance able to walk out of the ring under their own power. You wouldn't know it by looking at it, but these two men just scored a big victory, and in doing so put a bullseye on their heads.
Trade show displays, step and repeat backdrops, pull up banner stands, table throws, all your large printing needs. Call Display J at 301-378-9363. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
DisplayJ.com.
In the heart of downtown Hagerstown, experience what makes this heart beat. Be inspired by plays, music, comedy, and so much more in the intimate and grand Act Black Box Studio. Let your child explore their creativity with their classes and junior productions. Unite the community with us through the magic of the arts. Inspire, explore, unite. Authentic community theater. Visit us at www.actforall.org.
The action, the excitement. Nothing beats Voltage Wrestling live. Friday, September 8th, we return to Bad Habits Bar and Grill in Martinsburg. Saturday, September 30th, we return to Hagerstown, Maryland for a free admission event. And Thursday, October 19th, we return to 633 Brewing for a live television taping. Get your tickets at www.voltagewrestling.com. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by 633 Brewing in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania, veteran-owned and operated. And by Chad Beatles' Make Me Laugh Comedy Tour. See them live September 16th at Breakaway 2 Warehouse in Hagerstown, Maryland.
Huge main event right now as the Grand Championship is on the line. First defense for a new champion, but let's get to the challenger first. The gifted man with the gifted hands and that boxing background will have to come into play if he looks to take down the much bigger and highly dangerous Voltage Grand Champion. This title match is without a doubt the biggest opportunity for Isaiah Frazier yet in his Voltage wrestling career. The new Grand Champion, only the third in history. Our inaugural champion was the kingpin of Riot City, Sickened. And next was the over a year-long reign, the seemingly unbeatable Beastman. But seeming is not the same as reality, and in a shocking win, one of the only times in life you would say it is an upset for Mr. Grimm to win a match that defied all betting odds. A lot of people lost a lot of money in that one. Mr. Grimm unseated the Beastman, the Stone Age Savage himself, and now the Hitman for hire finds himself fighting not just for money, not just for a job, but because he holds the championship of this company. This is Mr. Grimm's first defense of the Grand Championship. A very focused Isaiah Frazier in the corner. We all wondered, including Isaiah, what was next for him after his career was in some ways derailed by a year-long war with his former tag team partner, AK. At the outset of Voltage, they were the Fly Fellas alongside Dog Nation. A lot of people pegged the two of them as potential first-time tag team champions, and that was not to be. It was after a loss. AK turned on Isaiah Frazier and plagued him for a year as the reason why Isaiah was not able to take part of the Lightning title tournament, in a show of respect between Mr. Grimm and Isaiah Frazier. This is a very different side that we have seen out of Mr. Grimm, a man who until recently was very public about saying he was not in this business to make friends, and certainly hadn't. Not that a handshake is signs that you're going to go out and have a drink with someone after the event, but that was more respect that we have seen Grimm offer than he does a lot of people. Isaiah Frazier with that drop down, immediately taking the fight to the bigger and surprisingly quicker Mr. Grimm. That is the secret. Not going to be a secret much longer, but Mr. Grimm, the size and the strength is self-evident. What you have to see to believe. Wow, Monkey is exactly that. The balance on this big man, the explosive speed. He is scary strong. He is scary fast. He's just scary. Height on that leapfrog, that drop kick. Mr. Grimm goes from 0 to 60 to 120 in an instant. So Isaiah Frazier is going to have to use all that heart, all that technique, and those hands, those hard hands that have led him to have the name of the Tooth Collector, Philadelphia's finest. Interesting head scissors takedown, forcing Isaiah Frazier's head into the turnbuckle. And now, Isaiah Frazier effectively playing defense. Big cross body, saw Grimm attempt to catch Isaiah. We've seen him do that in the past, but Isaiah has put on some mass, using that to his advantage, pushing Grimm down. Isaiah has, over the course of his career, shown flashes of brilliance. Is tonight the night he puts it all together and becomes a champion? Yet another one of those golden glove hands. Grimm showing, if you want to throw hands, I can throw them too. But that may be one of the few strategies, but really does favor Isaiah. Isaiah is a striker, big, belly to belly. Center of the ring, Isaiah Frazier making a statement. It was unlikely to get the pin, but he is showing that Mr. Grimm is vulnerable, that Isaiah can do it. This is a big mountain to climb from a man who was challenged in the past for the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship at a young age. Isaiah Frazier has been said to have all the potential in the world, but sometimes potential is a curse. Is this the night he puts potential behind him and becomes the guy? Sweeping the leg, watching some Cobra Kai. Oh, gosh! And Isaiah Frazier literally launched into the front row.
Meet WWE legend Tony Atlas and Ring of Honor star Rhett Titus Friday, September 8th in Martinsburg, West Virginia at Bad Habits Bar and Grill. Plus, 6 exciting matchups, including a tables match. Tickets start at $20. Kids seats 7 and under are free of charge. Get your tickets at www.voltagewrestling.com. The action, the excitement, nothing beats Voltage Wrestling live. Friday, September 8th, we return to Bad Habits Bar and Grill in Martinsburg. Saturday, September 30th, we return to Hagerstown, Maryland for a free admission event. And Thursday, October 19th, we return to 633 Brewing for a live television taping. Get your tickets at www.voltagewrestling.com.
In the heart of downtown Hagerstown, experience what makes this heart beat. Be inspired by plays, music, comedy, and so much more in the intimate and grand Act Black Box Studio. Let your child explore their creativity with their classes and junior productions. Unite the community with us through the magic of the arts. Inspire, explore, unite. Authentic community theater. Visit us at www.actforall.org.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Casually Uncomfortable podcast. Uncensored rants, randomness, and relatable topics. Join Chuck Jerome as he rants about whatever comes to his mind, wherever you podcast. Now, back to the action.
Beastman did not take that loss lying down. He immediately went out and won the WDWA Heavyweight Champion. So that man was not a champion in this region for long. Of course, WDWA, our rival promotion here at Voltage Wrestling. We might be seeing the birth of a new rivalry right now. It started with respect. How frustrating would it be for Mr. Grimm not even to have one successful defense after doing something so many people tried, and I mean so many people, tried to be the one to take that belt off the Beastman, Isaiah Frazier. Lifting up, showing his power, showing his strength. Only 2. But with every one of these offensive maneuvers, Isaiah Frazier gets closer and closer to claiming his spot at the top of the card. The Boar could not beat Beastman. Bro Keller could not beat Beastman. Cowpoke Paul could not defeat Beastman. Mad Max Morrison could not defeat Beastman. And yet, it was Mr. Grimm, that just knocked Isaiah Frazier into orbit. Mr. Grimm, who is looking to carve a legacy as the 3rd grand champion. And Isaiah Frazier, Blue Thunder Bob, dead center of the ring, closest near fall yet. Isaiah Frazier showing that it just takes it a little by little, inch by inch, and you can scale any mountain. You can cut down any tree. That has sort of been the story of Isaiah's career. Slow and steady, just going and going, continuing despite the adversity, continuing despite betrayals, keeping that fire, keeping that outlook. And Grimm not even taking a moment. Torture rack, the human torture rack. Ow! Isaiah Frazier being put to sleep and now just being put out of his misery. This combination offense, Mr. Grimm, Death Valley driver, this one is over. It may well be Isaiah Frazier's time one day. It may be his time one day soon. But right now, the present, the moment belongs to Mr. Grimm. The hitman for hire now fights for something more than money. Though he's making more money holding that belt, that is for sure. The champ gets paid. But Mr. Grimm now fighting for the honor of this company. And you see the change in him. You see the difference in Mr. Grimm since winning that belt. There is a Mr. Grimm of the past that would have simply walked out. And instead extending the hand yet again, the brotherhood, the fellowship here in the locker room. That respect shown as well by Isaiah Frazier. That's the spirit of competition that dominates Voltage Wrestling. One successful defense, one of potentially many. The grand champion, the third in history, looks to become the most dominant. Mr. Grimm is your winner.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Casually Uncomfortable podcast. Uncensored rants, randomness, and relatable topics. Join Chuck Jerome as he rants about whatever comes to his mind, wherever you podcast. Now, back to the action.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with the hitman for hire, the Voltage Grand Champion, Mr. Grimm. Mr. Grimm, you got a little love there for Isaiah Frazier in the ring after. There was a lot of hostility to have love afterwards. Tell us a little bit about the match, how you feeling?
First of all, hey, shout out to Isaiah Frazier. Hey, give it up to him, man. For starters, it takes a lot of heart and dedication to even step in this ring. It takes even more heart to want to get in the ring with me. But let's talk about this. I've been called out by Beastman. Beastman, I beat you fair and square, and you deserve your rematch. So I'm gonna put it like this. Whenever you want your rematch, we're gonna give the fans what they want. But I promise you, when you're in the ring with me, your future looks grim.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the hitman for hire, Mr. Grimm. And I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, the future of Voltage Wrestling sure does look grim.